Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, Sloka number 24. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Ye evam vetti purusham Prakrutim cha gunais saha Sarvatha vartamanopi न स भूयोऽभिजायते Whether the life is a sport or a struggle, it depends upon how you look at the life, how you take the life. If you look the life as the sport of the Lord, then it is not a struggle. But if you look at the life, this is my life, this is my achievement, this is my target, this I is the cause for the struggle. Therefore, how to take this life as the sport? For that, Shastra gives three different methods. One is Karma Yoga, second is Upasana Yoga, and third is the Gnana Yoga. Now, in this Bhagavad Gita, so far, 12 and a half chapters, almost, 13th chapter, we are in the end. All these things are discussed. They were not different each other, but they are intermingled. But the steps goes from karma to upasana to gnana. That is the way. So in whichever level we are, whichever suits to us, that we will take it. Now, the examination in the life, not only for us, but even for the Lord Krishna. Arjuna keeping an exam to the Lord, asking 6 questions, please answer properly. So Bhagavan very sincerely started answering writing the exam attempt. So he concluded with this 24th shloka. The last 2 words, of course, first 4 words we should not forget. Kshetram, Kshetragnam, and Gneyam, Gnanam and Gneyam. Now finally discussed is the Prakrutim Purusha. This Prakriti Purusha, after explained up to the 23rd shloka, Purusha is nothing but the Kshetragna. Kshetragna is nothing but the Paramatma. Paramatma is nothing but the Brahman. That Kshetragna is Upadrashta. I am taking the 2-3 words just to remind you from the 23rd shloka. Upadrashta, who is just a witnesser. Lord is very closely associated with this Prakriti and not get affected by the Prakriti, but he is just simply being as the witnesser. Upa, closely, drashta, observer, witnesser. Now, what we have to learn from this word, let us just be as the witnesser of everything, whatever is happening in and around of us. That means just be as a spectator. How is it possible, sir, just to be as a spectator? It is very close to me. It is in my house. It is with my family members. I cannot be just as a spectator. I have to respond to them. But respond in such a way, whenever, wherever is required, only in the form of the pro-action, not as a reaction. But our response to the situations is always a reaction. Therefore, upadrashta, don't get involved. That is the message. Don't get involved in the any, instead of involved, don't get entangled in the any of the worldly matters. Any. That is what upadrashta. And be as a anumanta. Bhagavan explaining, these are the swarupa of the nature of the Brahman, Purusha. Anumanta never give any comments. But people are very much interested. What is your comment? What do you say? Because they want us to react. So as much as possible, you just be as a, again, Anumanta means for everything you just nod the head. As the example like Chettiar Bommai, that is keep on shake the hands, head like this for everything. Let us be just like that. Or take the example of Ramana Maharshi. If anybody comes and says anything, okay, sari. I have no any opinion about it. Sari. So like that, that means amodam. Anumanta means anumati. Anumati means you just see here the principle behind this word is Paramatma, Purusha, Atma. Prakriti doing whatever it wants. But Paramatma, Prakriti never, as a Paramatma, Purusha never say, don't do. Now, understand in this way. Eyes wants to see. Eyes wants to see. Whether they want to see good or bad, mind won't object. Our eyes asks, can I see? Okay, see. Our eyes say, I don't want to see. Oh, don't see. Don't see. So like that, if you see even that mind and above that buddhi, all that, then Paramatma. So let just you be as you don't say yes or you don't say no. That means what? Allow that whatever way it goes. Because Purusha knows very well Prakriti is only an projection, illusion. Dream is just a dream, projection. What is there to comment? Mind wants to project. Now don't project. So like Paramatma, Purusha, Kshetrajna, not involving any involvements of the mind, senses or the mind. Therefore, in this world, don't give to anybody unasked suggestions. Unasked suggestions. And even they come and ask, you analyze whether they are really interested to get the suggestion from me or just they want to, for the namesake, or they want to test me. You scrutiny that. Keep quiet. Anumanta cha. Upadrashta, Anumanta, and Bharta. I know very well, I, the consciousness, without me, this Jada, Prapancha, Prakriti cannot exist. Cannot exist. So I am the supporter of it. With my support means I am not really supporting, I am just sitting there and that is acting. Therefore, I know very well that without me, this world cannot exist. Without me, this I thought, other thoughts cannot exist. Sat prityayaha kimnu vihaya santam. Where? Saddarshanam, first shloka. Therefore, Upadrashta, Anumanta cha, Bharta, Prabhu. So all these things, if I recognize myself, now what is the result? Now 24th shloka, Bhagavan concludes this. Whoever knows this in this way, this, what is this? Purusham and Prakritim. And Prakriti consisting of its gunas along with the modifications, changes are the powers of the Prakriti gunas. Yes, I know. These are the three gunas of the Prakriti. I know how they act or everything. They were not constant. They were keep on change. That also I know. So I know very well the nature of the Prakriti, including its deeper aspects, gunas. And I know that I am the Purusha, Kshetrajna. That also I know. And the difference between me, the Kshetrajna, and the known, observed by me, the Kshetram, I am permanent. Kshetram is impermanent. I am changeless. Kshetram is always with changes. I am nirvikaraha, that is savikaraha. I am nityam, that is mithya. Very clearly I know. Whoever knows in this way, after that, if this person, this Gnani, whatever way, wherever he lives, with whomever he lives, wherever he lives, with whomever he lives, in whatever time. Such a person, he continues his present prarabdha body life. But the greatest benefit to him is next again he never gets the another body and born. He won't again come and gets entangled in this body-mind complex, this world and this struggle. He won't get again the body. Na bhuyaha saha, and therefore na abhijayate, no further another life for him. I mean another body. So this is the moksha, this is the liberation for him. Like this, after he concluded that, now in the next 25th shloka onwards, up to the end 35th shloka, Bhagavan going to talk about this is the gnanam. This you must know. In this way you must know. For what? For your own liberation, for your own joy, happiness, peace and moksha. But anyhow, I will give some clues how to establish in that, how to get into it, how to make that gnanam is my own. I will give some sadhanas. Then again at the end I will tell you the phalam also. I will again highlight what you will get by this. Here itself Lord said, you never again come into the samsara. Here there may be a doubt may come. Okay? What is the doubt? About the 24th shloka conclusion, doubt. How you can say, sir, I am not going to born again? Do you have any proof or like anything? So far, everything in the story form, in the scriptures only. Scripture said like this. Everything, these are all unknown. Whatever you say, punarjanma, karma, prarabdha, sanchita agami, none of us are not able to see where is that karma. We are not seeing that. We are not seeing the swargas, naraka, heaven, brahmaloka, nothing we don't know. We know only this body. Now I am here with this body and with this surrounding equipment, environment. This much only we know. Then this question is very genuine. Lord said, okay, you are also telling we are also not the head. You are not going to born again. Whether I will born or not, that is not my question actually. I want freedom while living. That's why we must work more on this. That's why Vedanta says Jivan Mukti, Jivan Mukti. Jivan eva muktaha, Jivan muktaha. Now I will tell you the meaning of this. You are not going to born again. That means you never become now again miserable. You never become miserable again, now itself. Yesterday, until I know this, I am always become now and then miserable. And now and then I search for the happiness. Now and then I think of my security. You won't feel these things hereafter. That's okay. Immediately here, the result. This is your phalam by understanding this. No difficulty, no? You can understand this. This only we have to understand. Don't bother and question about the whether I have next life, because with this gnanam I am able to claim myself. Now itself I have no birth. I have never born. What I am saying, you are simply telling, no, with my conviction. After studying the Shastra, understanding Shastra, with my own conviction, now itself I am able to say to my intellect and to myself, I have not born, I never born. So that's why Jivan Mukti word is not a simple word. That's why everything get it now, here, with this body, mind, intellect, equipment. Never postpone or look something posthumous. Never postpone. Okay, now I want to understand, but I am not able to understand. What you said is good only. If you are not able to understand, try to understand. How? Listen again. Listen sincerely. Work sincerely. Then it will work out. Shloka number 25. Dhyanenatmani pashyanti Kechidatmanamatmana Anye sankhena yogena Karma yogena chapare. So I told that from here onwards Bhagavan is going to tell some sadhana. You try in this way. It may be for some of you, this may be easy to go further. While telling that, Bhagavan now here telling about 3 things in this shloka, all about the understanding, all about the vicharam or meditation, because dhyanam word is there. Meditation is not just closing the eyes, listening, understanding and trying to abide in that what is told. That is called meditation. Anyhow, I will take the words from the second line onwards. Actually, what Bhagavan is going to talk in this shloka and in next shloka, all that we saw in the 12th chapter under the 5 headings. 5 headings. That is, so many sadhanas, maybe scriptures keep on tell this, that, so many. Okay? Akasha dhyanam, bhrumadhya dhyanam, daharakasha dhyanam, omkara dhyanam, this, that, so many, let they talk. But all, if you bring them boiled to the core, totally we can take it as 5 sadhanas. 5. One is karma yoga. That is what Lord mentioned in the second line end. For some people, the karma yoga, in fact, all these 5, everyone has to go through. Every seeker, whoever wants the moksha, liberation, has to go through. Whether in this life or some you may have done in the past life also, or some you may have to do in the next life. If you are not reached the goal, but you cannot escape. No choice in this. 5. Karma Yoga. Because Karma Yoga is a preparation which cleanses your mind. Chitta Shuddhyardham Karma Yoga. I am not explaining anything more because Karma Yoga we heard a lot in Gita 3rd chapter, 4th chapter, 5th chapter, everywhere, now and then. While in 12th chapter also I explained. But these points are only we discussed there also. So Bhagavan here putting them in a different little words, but Karma Yoga is very clear. So for some of the sadhakas, apare means for some other, this Karma Yoga is suitable. Why I am taking that word first? Because that is the basic qualification which gives. Then second is Upasana Yoga. Bhakti, Upasana. That gives the concentration of the mind. So one gives the purification of the mind, and Upasana Yoga gives the concentration of the mind. And with these two together gives you a qualification to enter into the third step, Gnana Yoga. But now that third step, Gnana Yoga, we will make it into as a 3 parts. Then only it will become 5 totally. Now I told you Karma Yoga, Chitta Shuddhyardham, Upasana Yoga, Chitta Ekagryardham. Now Shravanam. Shravanam for what? To Gnana Praptyardham. Unless you listen, what is Atma, what is Anatma, what is Mithya, what is Maya, how you know? You don't know any of those things. So you, by listening, you are getting the knowledge of what is Prakriti, what is Purusha. Yes? So Shravanam gives the, here Gnana means, I came to know that what is what. I heard, but whether I completely abided in that, it takes time. So Shravanam. Then after that, fourth practice is Mananam. Mananam removes all my doubts, doubt-free knowledge. Then finally, Nididhyasanam, where I assimilate the knowledge I heard. I now become doubt-free, but that still the knowledge has to be assimilated. That is only called Gnana-nishtha. For that Nididhyasana. Now, if you see in the 5, it's good, but clear. Or you make it 3, Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga and Gnana Yoga. But under that, when it comes Gnana Yoga means Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. So here Bhagavan, all these points putting in this shloka. So one is Karma Yoga said. And second line only, Anye Sankhya Yogena. Here Sankhya Yoga means, I am telling you in a simple way. Okay. The second chapter itself is called Sankhya Yoga, but Sankhya philosophy is different. And what Kapila Mahamuni taught in the Bhagavatam, that Sankhya, what Krishna talked here in this Sankhya Yoga, they were all similar. But in this Sankhya Yoga, generally, here we can take it as a Shravanam. In this context, we can take it as a Shravanam. And in the first line is altogether one sentence like Dhyanena. by contemplation, dhyanena. There you take it as a nididhyasanam. So in this, all that 5 came. 5 are involved in that. Inner parts there. So Karma Yoga, Shravanam, Sankhya Yoga. In fact, Sankhya means where we discriminate and see the Prakriti and Purusha separately. What are the parts in the Prakriti? Sankhya. How many tattvas are there? Pancha Mahabhutas, Pancha Pranas, Pancha Gnanendriyas, all this calculation like that. So like that, Atma, Anatma, Vivekam, where you do, that is called Sankhya Yoga. So therefore I said Shravanam. That will, how it will happen? Only by listening, Shravanam. Sankhya. Now, after that, this is very few rare who are matured, they dhyanena, okay, by focusing their mind in their own intellect, on their own intellect, in that intellect, kechid, some very few, atmanam, atmanam atmana pashyati. Atmanam, that means the kshetragna, the Purusha. Who am I really? That means this is a final enquiry where straight away I inquire what is my essential nature. So, Atmana means by the mind. Make it clear. This 3 times Atma word is coming. By with my mind. In the first word Atmani, in my intellect, I discover what is exactly how the intellect is functioning, where from that has borrowed the Chaitanya. There I will discover the Purusha Tattva. I, not Ahankara, I. So 3 Atma words. You got it now? By mind, Modati Atmani, Buddhau, in my intellect, I see. I see means, Pashyati means to see. I understand. I come to know. There is a constant awareness of the I and plus I know. I and I know, both is constantly is there. Without any karam, ahankara, without any thought also that is there. Like that some will directly, that means that is nididhyasanam. And now we will read the other shloka. If these 3 things are difficult, if anybody is not able to fit to any of these 3, but Karma Yoga, you cannot say you are not fit, but you have to keep on do it. Shloka number 26. Anye tvevamajanantah Shrutvanyebhya upasate tepi chatitaranteva mrutyum shruti parayanaha. Here Bhagavan saying, Anye. And in the previous shloka, the first line, first words, that nididhyasanam. Yesterday also I told in the Brihadaranyaka class, some may need not to go through karma yoga, upasana yoga here in this life. How you know, how you decide, yes, you have to go through karma yoga? I told, Shastra tells that if you are getting the interest in Shravanam and in the Gnana Marga, interest, that itself shows that you have crossed some extent the Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga is got over. Otherwise, you never get the interest, the taste of it. What kind of taste, interest? Yes, this is going to help me. Otherwise, if you have a doubt that whether this Gnana Yoga is going to help me or not, how it will work, what is there, then you never come, you never sit for listening. So try to understand whether how much you finished Karma Yoga, Upasana. I told that never now go back and calculate. Now again, by listening to something and don't get lost, and you are already came, you are continuing, you are trying to grasp, and you are feeling good. This is going to help me. That indicates that you have already purified some extent. And if at some extent, if you say, then it is doubtful, no sir, then how I know whether I have purified fully or not? Or if at all still I have purified, what to do? You continue your karma yoga means what? Panchamahayagnas and all kinds of those things, good actions, charity, daily your worship of your Ishtadevata, do all of them. But while doing all of them, keep your attention. I am not asking anything, I don't want anything to get. Let me establish and become a fit instrument to abide in the Gnanam. That's it. Or you keep listening Shravanam like this, that itself will purify you. Whether I have to start any upasana again, like special puja and a special kind of worship and all that. Whatever you are doing, you do it. Do it sincerely with love and affection, understanding. So Lord is in this everywhere. Like that, do for the sake of gratitude and joy. O Lord, keep my mind pure. Let my mind become a fit instrument to receive the knowledge which you are giving. This much only you ask and do it. You do Ganesha Chaturthi, you do Krishnashtami, nothing, no wrong. But continue Shravanam, never leave it. Never leave it. So Shravanam itself is going to purify you. No doubt about it. Therefore, here, that is what Bhagavan is saying. So some are rare in this Janma, no Guru for that person. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi doesn't have Guru. Don't take that example or exception. Without Guru, he completed all the things, Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, going to the Guru, listening to the Shastra, Shravana, Manana, everything. But somehow he could not reach completeness there, again one more birth. But with that all samskara and everything, now immediately it clicks to him. So it clicked to him, he abided in the Gnanam. It worked for Ramana, but not for everybody. If you work like this in this Janma And if you are also not able to achieve the goal, completed target, you will also, as a yoga bhrashta, you will be born next, and immediately from the childhood, or you may, without any guru, you very easily you can abide in the gnana. So that is all. That means what? No one can escape without going through this process. So never take those examples or anything exaggerate. You just hold on to the Shravanam. That itself will give the complete picture, clarity and everything. If at all your Karma Yoga imbalance is there, Upasana, that also will be taken care. Now you do your actions with a proper understanding, and you do your puja and bhakti also with a pure and unbargaining mind. What else you want? Now here, for some other people, Lord giving the another solution. Majority in the world, majority people are, they were not born genius, very rare. And majority were only action oriented, workaholics. They want all the results, and they want to ask the Lord, keep on asking the Lord so many things. Many are like that. But what is the way for them? What is the way for them? Or this dhyanam, nididhyasanam, I am not able to understand at all. Or through this Sankhya analysis, meditate on the space. You tell all those things, but I am not able to do. I am not able to think about myself. I am not the body. Even though Sarira Stopi, even though I am very much enclosed in the Shariram, so these difficulties, if anybody is having, what you have to do? And I have not studied the Shastra. I can't study the Shastra. Okay? Because you want to study, understand, come into the Gnana Marga and attain this, you have to go through the Prasthana Trayam. Prasthana Trayam means Shruti Prasthanam, Upanishads. Then Smruti Prasthanam, this Bhagavad Gita are like that. And Nyaya Prasthanam, Brahma Sutram. But all these things are in Sanskrit. And the original Sanskrit I can't read. And even the Bhashyam commentary written by the great Acharya Shankara, like, I can't read or understand. And if I want to read and understand the such a original Upanishad, I must have the background study of Tarka, Mimamsa, Vyakarana. And to study all of them, you need at least 12 years, full time. After 12 years, then you have to go through this. Then if you calculate in this way, where is the lifespan enough? That too nowadays. Weekly one class, see, some are as though the world is so important, so busy. If I listen only on one day enough, I can understand the Gita. Why? Why you cannot be a regular? One text started by the Acharya, teacher. Can't you stick on and follow and listen? That is our case. And sometimes body gives the problems, health, and people will give problems. Your commitments will give problems. They will keep on pull you. To such a person, at least, so it is ruled out. I can't study the Sanskrit and original text and all that. Shastra says, Krishna says here, don't worry. Whoever studied the original Sanskrit or art, whatever, you need not to spend that much time and break your head. It is not possible. That's why you have to go to a Acharya who studied all this are real text and under his guru, and he is able to communicate and tell to you in any language, no problem. Here language is not at all a question. Whether you, if I don't know Sanskrit, I won't get the Brahma Jnanam. No, it is not like that. You need not to know the Sanskrit. Any language, but what that language is communicating, if you understand, then how much easy? Somebody sitting and telling like this 1 hour weekly once, at least weekly once, that you do, that is enough. Krishna telling that only. Anye tu evam ajanantaha. They don't know anything, Prakriti, Purusha, all this, that. You come and tell us, sir, in our own language, which you can understand. Even that's why we don't compel, you keep the book, you did that, all that. You just listen it. How comfortable you are. But the teacher coming with all the knowledge and giving you within 1 hour of 3 shlokas essence and making you to understand. Take the Arjuna's question. Arjuna learned all the material knowledge. He is very good in the archery, he is very good in the horse riding, all those warfares and what Kshatriya should know, he knows all the things. Plus, by the same time, he know how to do the tapas and get the powers. But he never done the studies like this. But to such a, we have to say he is unqualified, Arjuna. But only qualification, he prayed in the second chapter, Karpanya dosho pahatasvabhavaha. I have not gone to study all these things because I am very busy in the worldly things. I am marrying this girl, I am marrying that girl. We are fighting with our cousin brothers, so we want the kingdom back. To such a worldly involved person, where is the time to study? Therefore, Purushamitvam dharma samhuda chetaha. Therefore, I don't know what is good for me. I have achieved so many things in the life. Sishyasteham shadhimam prapannam. You teach me whatever is good for me in this context, situation. Accept me as your disciple. You just like that hold on to some teacher, acharya, and listen. If you don't do that also. So Krishna took lot of pain and to make him to understand such an entire scriptural essence within 700 slokas. That too, not for the sake of Arjuna. After his avatara, the coming whole Kali Yuga, the people should keep this as the manual on behalf of the entire Upanishad, the 4 Vedas, this, that, everything. Ultimately, this is man. But if you are not giving importance to it also, then even God can't save you. Therefore, avajananta, okay, evam ajananta, they don't know where to start, which book to study, what is what, nothing. Then what they have to do? Shrutva annebhya upasate. Go near to the teacher who knows already. Upasate means you go near to them. Listen with reverence and respect and humility. Shrutva. So having listening from some other who knows already, even just for the sake of this thing only, I am making you to read this shloka. If you don't read the shloka, what is going to happen? Nothing. In 1 hour, what you have heard, what you received, how it is applicable to your life, and work on it. If they work like that, they also. Cha atitarantyeva, they can also cross over the mrutyum. You're going to get this same gnanam only. The teacher struggled for many years and he spent so many years and studied specifically this. And if such a person is available, you should utilize it or not. There are in every region, in every state, in every language, time to time, so many Mahatmas or teachers keep on born and they written those same things in their own mother tongue there. In which language it is not there? You know, sir, they written 200 years back. That time that language, Tamil, and now I can't understand. Oh, there are people who can tell the meaning of that. Now also there are acharyas. That means listen, give importance to the satsang shravanam. What else easy thing you can do more than this? With that you are going to cross over the mrityum, the fear of death, and again punarapi jananam marana. Who are they? Shruti parayanaha, committed and eager to listen. Oh, today I am missing satsang means you must feel so bad. Bad in sense, oh Lord, why you are bringing such an obstacle to me? But people very easily, carelessly, they skip the satsang. Again, I will listen some other thing later. But listening live directly from the teacher and looking at your eyes to eyes and talking to your heart, this, the benefit which gives this, you won't get by later I listen, I read the book, I will understand. No. There will be some benefit, but not like this. Therefore, never miss. Then we have to take it as a tapas in our life. At least after certain age and certain time. And so, I must have satsang every day. But it is not possible. That means what? At least you sit and recollect and all these things and read these slokas again. Suppose tomorrow there is no class. Then you do to yourself whatever you heard and studied, that itself is a satsang. Then you see how much improvement will be there. Whenever possible, like this, listen live directly with a living teacher. So this is a great relief for all of us. So let us give importance to the listening satsang. That's why Shankara wrote in Bhajagovindam, Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatve nishchalatatvam, nishchalatatve jivan muktihi. Don't worry that I didn't go to Gurukulam. I have not studied 12 years. I don't know Sanskrit grammar. Don't worry. Don't worry. There are always acharyas are available. You just sit with them, serve them, listen, learn. You will get liberated. Next, 27th shloka. So in the two shlokas, he has given you just how we have to go about it, this knowledge. Now, again, he is coming back to the when you are understanding, listening from the teacher, or when you are also doing mananam and like that, in this way, hey Bharatarshava, let us read it. Yavat sanjayate kinchit Sattvam sthavara jangamam Kshetra kshetragna samyogat Tad vidhi bharatarshava. Here, now it is also a kind of sadhana now Bhagavan telling. Now that is as a meditation, it is that all told, technically told. Now here, practically, this is actually, you have to think in this way. Tad vidhi, know this. Hey Bharatarshava, Arjuna, know this, what? Whatever here you see as created, no? The flower is not there yesterday, but it's created. The child is not there up to yesterday and today born. So, yavat sanjayate, anything, whatever come into the existence, born, kinchit, anything, know that all those sattvam, here sattvam word refers to the jivas, okay? Jivas are beings. That means wherever you see the life, lifeless are there. Or even that lifeless sthavaram, immovable, and jangamam, movable. All that are because of, they are appearing here, appearing as though they born, kshetra, kshetragnya samyogat. This Prakriti Purusha, now Bhagavan using that beginning words, kshetra, kshetragnya, that is the chapter's name. Kshetra, kshetragnya vibhaga yogam. Because of these two coming together, and with one, these things cannot exist there. Even Brahman is there. Brahman you cannot see anywhere. Brahman you cannot find. That's why this body is a good instrument to express as I am the Brahman. Otherwise, Brahman by itself never speak, never talk, never see, never walk, nothing. Because he doesn't have any those faculties. He is just Jnana Swarupam. So whatever, so Prakriti and Purusha. Only Prakriti cannot bring the life here. And only Brahman also, Kshetragna, because for him, apart from him, there is nothing. Therefore, these two together only, all these things are appearing. Know this. Know this in this way. Now here, that Sthavara Jangamam word you can take in this way also. Sthavaram means that is also with life. What? Plants and trees, but they won't move. So immovable beings, we have to say. Generally, immovable means mountain and stone, we say. So here, whether the plants or trees or any small amoeba, bacteria to amoebaji to brahmaji. Sattva means all this because of these two together. And that expression is there. That's why we have to take beings. Of course, non-living things are there. But in that we say Sat is there, Chit is not expressed. But here both are expressing in the living beings. That's why Sattvam. Sat is there, Chit also is there. That expression is because we call life. That is there in the plants also, but plants won't move. So Stavaram, and we all animals move, Jangamam. Everything anyhow, the combination. Sambandha, Samyogat. Now this Samyogat, then opponent, Purvapakshi raises the question in the Bhashya. How a Brahman who is all pervading like the sky get the samyogam with something? Then Shankara writes, no, it is as though got the association. This as though is very important. As if, as if, as though. Because, see, two are both viruddha lakshanams, viruddham. Yeah. Then how they can come together? As like pot is pot, rope is rope. But pot can be tied with the rope, sambandham. In that way only it is told, but here in fact to speak, there is no any sambandha with anything to the Kshetrajna Purusha, because apart from Brahman Kshetrajna, there is no second thing. Or try to understand in this way, then I will conclude this example. In dream, I have connection, sambandha with so many things. Is really my mind has got real sambandha with all of them? As though that money is my own money, that misery happened to me, the leg, the pain, I fall down in the dream, I broke my leg also, the pain that went to the doctor and bandage and all that, as if. How much sambandha is there with your dream incidents with your mind? Like that. So it is not literally, but just to say to you here, so Prakriti, Purusha, Kshetra, Kshetrajna, both are working in this, what you are really. Your association with this Prakriti, body, mind complex, how real? How much real? Just as in the dream. Yes, no? Very difficult. Yes. Then listen again. Again understand. Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. What else you can do otherwise? Or leave it and go and live as like everybody. Nothing. Teacher is not hurry. Shastra is not worry about you. If you are worrying about you, you work for you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.